Chapter 5. Repetition. Speak it once, it's heard. Repeat it, it's believed. Repetition is a powerful speaking tool. It can emphasize key points, make your speech memorable, and reinforce your core message. Here's how to use it effectively. Identify your key points. Decide the important points or concepts you want your audience to remember. This could be your main message, a policy proposal, or a key fact. Once identified, these will be the elements you'll aim to repeat and reiterate throughout your speech. Change the language. When using repetition, it's not only about saying the same sentences repeatedly, it's about conveying the same idea or key points in different ways, using different words or perspectives. It creates consistency in your message. Anaphora. Anaphora is when you repeat a word or phrase at the start of consecutive clauses or sentences. An example is Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous "I have a dream" speech, where "I have a dream" is repeated at the start of multiple sentences. Multiple choice. Choose which of the following examples does not use the technique of anaphora. 1. It's a bright, beautiful day. It's a perfect time for a walk. It's a great time to be alive. 2. Mary looked at the stars. She thought about the vastness of the universe. 3. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. 4. He loved the smell of old books. He loved the quiet of the library. He loved the world of stories. Answer key. 1. Yes, repetition of "it's a" at the beginning of each sentence. 2. No, no repetition at the beginning of the sentences. 3. Yes, repetition of "we shall fight" at the beginning of each sentence. 4. Yes, repetition of "he loved" at the beginning of each sentence. Epiphora. Epiphora, epistrophe, repeating a word or phrase at the end of successive clauses. An example of this is the famous Winston Churchill speech, where he emphasizes, "We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills." The effect of this is powerful. Another example comes from Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. "This nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth." This rhetorical device can effectively emphasize key themes and create a lasting impression on listeners or readers. Fill in the blanks with epiphora. Fill in the blanks with the same word or phrase to create epiphora. The word or phrase should fit the context of each sentence. A. In our company, we value blank in our products, blank in our processes, and blank in our mindset. B. We stand for blank in our homes, blank in our communities, blank in our nation. C. We must cherish the blank for its beauty, protect the blank for its biodiversity, and respect the blank for its resources. Suggested answers. A. In our company, we value innovation in our products, innovation in our processes, and innovation in our mindset. B. We stand for justice in our homes, justice in our communities, justice in our nation. C. We must cherish the earth for its beauty, protect the earth for its biodiversity, and respect the earth for its resources. The above are only suggested answers. Your answer is correct if you have added a different word that makes sense. Mesodiplosis. Mesodiplosis. Repetition of a word or phrase in the middle of successive clauses or sentences. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. Second Epistle to the Corinthians. Identify. In the following example, identify the word or words that make the mesodiplosis. 1 but not 2, 3 but not 4, 5 but not 6. Answer. The answer is the phrase but not. 1 but not 2, 3 but not 4, 5 but not 6. Anadiplosis. Anadiplosis is when you repeat the last word or phrase from one sentence or clause at the beginning of the next. This can help create a sense of continuity and connection between your points. He started a business that ruined him financially. Crafting sentences with anadiplosis in a professional context. Write a sentence or two for each of the following prompts, practicing the use of anadiplosis. Your aim is to repeat the last word or phrase from one sentence or clause at the beginning of the next sentence or clause. Examples. Prompt. Describe the sense of achievement a team feels after completing a challenging project. Anadiplosis. The team completed the project, a project that had tested their skills and resolve. Prompt. Discuss the impact of a new policy introduced in the workplace. Anadiplosis. The new policy was introduced, a policy that led to significant improvements in efficiency. Prompt. Write about the process of strategically planning for a company's growth. Anadiplosis. He was involved in strategic planning that would steer the company towards greater growth. Prompt. Capture the anticipation before the launch of a new product. Anadiplosis. The product launch was imminent, a launch that had the potential to redefine the market. Keep it engaging. Repetition is about emphasizing and underscoring your main points. Ensure your speech maintains variety and your repeated points are not dull, but instead highlighted through your creative use of language. Pair repetition with other techniques. While repetition can be very effective on its own, pairing it with other communication techniques, such as storytelling, the use of data, or emotional appeals, can make it even more powerful. Remember, the goal of repetition in speaking is to make your message clear, memorable, and persuasive. It's about helping your audience understand your points and ingraining your key message in their minds. Alliteration. Alliteration. Using the same consonant sound at the beginning of each stressed syllable in a line or passage can make the phrase catchier. In the US presidential race of 2000, American voters had to choose between George W. Bush's compassionate conservatism and Al Gore's prosperity and progress. Decades before, Martin Luther King Jr. hoped that Black Americans would not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Other examples are: build better business bonds by being a bridge, not a barrier. Cultivating a culture of continuous improvement creates confident companies. Profitability is possible with proper planning, perseverance, and patience. Practice. Think of your own alliteration. Write your phrase or sentence in your notebook.